Jannik Sinner's footwork on the tennis court is nothing short of a masterclass. Watching him glide into shots, shift weight with precision, and reposition almost effortlessly, it's clear that what unfolds during matches is not a heavenly gift, but the result of countless hours dedicated to sharpening movement. Every step, pivot, and recovery is polished, intentional, and even beautiful in its execution. From the baseline, his ground strokes become devastatingly effective because he consistently arrives in just the right position. That split-second early pivot, the small hop before the ball arrives, these aren't mere tweaks. They make the difference between caught-off-balance slaps and explosive, clean strikes. His racket meets the ball with full control and timing thanks to precise positioning shaped by his footwork. Sinner's ascent, through grand slams, top-tier showdowns, and fiercely contested matches, is built around relentless improvement. He has spoken openly about how essential it is to maintain continuous development and not rest on past laurels. One of his fitness coaches described him as one of the hardest working players I have ever seen, highlighting dedication not just to fitness, but to every element of his game. In Sinner's world, perfection isn't accidental, it's methodical. Looking back at the Australian Open and Roland Garros, commentators repeatedly pointed to his superior movement. Experts have noted that he's run down what looked like certain winners, displaying court coverage reminiscent of both Djokovic and Federer. Choreographed drills, ladder patterns, explosive track exercises, all these tools forged his ability to turn defense into offense seamlessly. His coverage on clay and hard courts isn't spontaneous brilliance, it's the cultivated result of sweat and repetition. His team has structured footwork drills with a clear focus, position the body ideally before each swing. It's not about innate talent, it's about developing instincts through repetition. Even during his suspension period, Sinner used the time to put microcycles of fitness and movement work into macrocycles, ensuring that his court agility would keep rising. That persistence paid off in major finals, where he maintained balance late into fifth sets, outlasting opponents both physically and mentally. That mental edge links directly to movement. When a player is well-positioned, physically balanced, their mind can stay calm. Sinner has harnessed that link between body and mind, shaping rituals designed to lock in focus. Every drill, every foot placement, composed for both mechanical and psychological readiness. His background as a skier influenced his athletic foundation. Skiing demands micro-adjustments, strong balance, and dynamic lower body engagement, skills that translate directly to court movement. As the New Yorker noted, his legs moved with a glider's grace, an inheritance from his Alpine training. But that innate base only sets the stage. The real show is in how he fine-tuned it. What we see in his signature forehand, wide stance, explosive push, feet hitting the ground to drive into the ball, is the culmination of that footwork philosophy. As analysis has shown, he consciously switches stance based on incoming ball velocity or court coverage needs. The majority of the power and precision in his ground strokes isn't from arm strength. It emanates from foot placement and body rotation, initiated at the first step before contact. His footwork isn't just athletic flair, it's the crystallized result of intentional, methodical training, primarily built on two linchpins: cone drills and ladder drills. Though often lumped under agility work, each drill hones distinct aspects of movement in a uniquely beneficial way. Cone drills, with their simple setup of strategically placed markers, train explosive directional change and rapid deceleration. When Sinner performs a zigzag run around cones, his brain and body refine the muscular reflexes needed for split-second direction shifts, making his first step incredibly sharp. This develops more than raw speed. It builds elastic strength in his legs, teaches efficient use of ground reaction forces, and encourages dynamic bracing during abrupt stops, as when he pivots from defense to an aggressive counterstroke. According to Tennis Training Insights, cone drills enhance lateral movement, improve acceleration and deceleration. In Sinner's case, that translates into uncanny court coverage, the ability to chase down seemingly unreachable balls, then instantly recompose and strike, a chain reaction of neuromuscular precision rooted in hours of cone work. Yet it's the ladder drills that sculpt his efficiency. Unlike the expansive sweeps of cone drills, ladder sessions reinforce laser-focused control over every step. The drills instill symmetry between his left and right legs and reprogram spinal reflexes so that, in match situations, his feet respond before consciousness even registers. Trainers note that ladder work forces the body to perform rapid, repetitive movements in different directions, improving muscle memory, and Sinner benefits from blisteringly smooth directional shifts to an innate kinesthetic awareness that keeps him balanced even during stretch volleys. But it's the combination that creates magic. Cone drills embed robust, broad-stroke agility, aggressive entrances, stops, recoveries, and first-step explosiveness. Ladder drills layer fine-tuned control, precision, and neuromuscular rehearsal over that foundation. Cone reps develop strength and elasticity, teaching Sinner how to plant, absorb force, and redirect it. Ladder reps, in turn, sync his nervous system to deliver that force with surgical efficiency in milliseconds. That's why his footwork appears so fluid, yet grounded. Every movement is expressive, yet economical. The true edge comes when these drills are fused into context. Sinner's team integrates ladder and cone work with cognitive challenges, shadow swings, ball tracking, or split-step triggers, so the drills mimic competitive stress, not just physical fatigue. This bridging ensures the drill-induced reflexes carry over to court rather than staying in the gym. It's what makes his recovery steps precise and instantaneous, even when under pressure. One often overlooked benefit: injury resilience. Cone work, with its repeated directional braking and accelerations, strengthens connective tissue and joint control. Ladder sessions bolster ankle proprioception and balance, both essential for preventing the twists and turns of elite tennis. The interplay stabilizes his knees and ankles and provides Sinner with the confidence to chase with abandon and slide with control, without fear. Ball dribbling through mini hurdles. This training method marries precision and power, building a seamless blend of athleticism, control, and court vision. At the core, controlling a ball while negotiating mini hurdles demands a dual commitment. Your attention is split between the rhythm of the dribble and the navigation of the obstacles. That cognitive load forces enhanced body awareness and coordination. You can't just power through. You must calculate each tap, position your feet perfectly, and keep the ball tethered to your touch. This teaches spatial intelligence alongside foot control, precisely the kind of subconscious synergy that shows up in Sinner's smooth recovery steps and balanced enters into his ground strokes. Navigating mini hurdles also builds explosive leg power and reactive agility. Each time you dribble and jump or step over a hurdle, you push off the ground, absorb the landing, and immediately prepare for the next. Over time, these drills fast-twitch muscle fibers and reactive stability into your joints. The stamina and spring from repeated hurdle sessions translate directly to those lunging power shifts Sinner performs when chasing down wide balls, only to recover instantly and strike with full commitment. Mini hurdle work, as seen often in soccer conditioning, builds speed, power, agility, coordination, and mental focus while reinforcing injury resilience. But the genius of combining ball dribbling with mini hurdles lies in layering unpredictable elements. The ball moves in real time, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, as you negotiate the hurdles. You need to adapt your foot placement dynamically. Shorter hops, wider lateral steps, tiny micro-adjustments, all while engaging in a rapid hand-to-foot rhythm. That dynamic adaptation primes the nervous system to self-correct under pressure, just as Sinner does when a shot comes unexpectedly heavy or skids off a wet surface. The movement becomes instinctive. This drill also encourages maintaining an upright, athletic posture. Juggling the ball and clearing hurdles forces you to stay centered over your feet, engage your core, and time the split step just right. That contributes to the balanced, spring-loaded readiness that Sinner shows as he transitions from one shot to the next. Soccer-based training articles describe mini hurdle drills as developing foot speed, rhythm, and overall coordination, qualities you can instantly spot in his performance. Perhaps most important is the mental sharpness it builds. Traditional footwork drills train muscles but rarely engage the brain. Adding the ball, and especially unpredictable potholes like hurdles, forces full engagement, eyes forward, brain on rapid problem-solving, body primed to execute. Over time, This turns Sinner's movement into what tennis analysts describe as choreographed chaos. He looks calm, but his body adjusts constantly in microseconds. Finally, there's injury prevention. The drills strengthen connective tissue and teach joints to absorb and rebound from variable forces, reducing the risk of ankle and knee trauma. Another key contributor to this evolution is the drop feed drill. In this exercise, his coach releases the ball precisely near his hitting zone, essentially handing him the shot at his ideal contact point, and challenges him to hit it aggressively in whichever direction is most effective. Yet beyond refining his forehand, this drill hones every micro facet of movement: the anticipation, the placement of feet, the relationship between the body and the racket, and above all, the efficiency of his footwork, because in tennis, power originates from the ground up. The drop feed drill forces Sinner to confront imperfect feeds. The ball might be short, long, wide, or slightly behind him. Each drop acts as a puzzle to solve in real time, compelling him to make split-second decisions. Unlike with live feeds that carry momentum, here there is no pace given. The entire acceleration must come from his own body. As one coach commented about such drills, you have to get there quickly and step into the ball to hit a good shot. That urgency ingrains efficient movement patterns. By removing the variable of ball speed, the stimulus becomes purer. Footwork, timing, position, and balance must operate in perfect synchrony or the shot falls flat. Furthermore, drop feeds teach what spatial theorists call optimal relative position. Players must internalize how far from the ball they should be, how open their stance needs to be, and whether they should load weight forward or pivot their hips. A trusted guide to the drill explains that repetition with these feeds teaches what constitutes perfect position for a shot. This isn't muscle memory alone, but spatial and kinetic intelligence hardwired into the body. There is also the mental calibration. Once Sinner can routinely produce racket head speed from static positions, the drill shifts. Feeds come from odd angles, behind him or directly toward him, forcing him to scramble, recover, and still find power. The same source notes that mastering this under randomized feeds builds the skill to generate pace out of imperfect positions. Sinner's explosive, laser-sharp forehand, with its late acceleration and whip-like acceleration, is a testament to this adaptability. Crucially, the drill demands that footwork drives the stroke. With no pace from the feed, any power comes from his legs and kinetic chain. Reddit users confirm that these slow, coach-fed balls are exceptional for developing footwork, swing path, follow-through, and confidence. The ball is slow. If your technique is not good, if your footwork is not good, that drop ball is not going where you want it. Those are precisely the cues Sinner's team exploits to build flawless technique under control, then adds pressure and randomness to test it. In positioning, he must use adjustment steps, small, explosive, precise, to align correctly with each feed. Without it, his body weight won't transfer efficiently into the shot, and acceleration fizzles. That instinctual loading of the legs and subtle transfer of weight is what gives his forehand its whip and depth. Over time, this drill doubles as a conditioning tool. Repeat 20 or 30 feeds, and you're not only reinforcing neural foot shoot patterns, you're building muscular endurance in legs, hips, and core, and bolstering connective resiliency, just as cone and ladder drills do for direction change and stability. When you watch Sinner glide into a forehand, balanced, explosive, and surgically accurate, you're looking at the physical imprint of hours of drop feed training. It's not just about muscle. It's about positioning instinct, footwork precision, timing, and power mechanics locked into his neuromuscular system. He's not just hitting forehands, he's dancing through them, powered from the ground up. That is why this drill is among the most vital tools in forging his footwork into the weapon it is, a seamless system where every step, pivot, and pulse translates into shot-making excellence.